Love, light, and blessings. Shamanic Awag Priestess here, and I wanted to share a haul with you guys. So I bought a bunch of stuff over the last couple of months, weeks, and I wanted to share it with you guys in this video, and also share like what I'm planning to use everything for. Some of the decks I've already used, and I can give you my honest opinion of it, but the ones that I haven't used yet I won't, and I'll be doing future flip through of the newest oracle decks that I haven't done card by card yet, and a new tarot deck. So this deck, first one I want to start with is the Witch's Tarot. Okay. And the first time I ever saw this deck actually was in Soul Journey's channel, and she was showing some of the cards, and I was like, whoa, like I was very drawn to the artwork. And she was talking about how this deck, seems to be, forgotten and everything like that. I love witch themed decks, but I never got the everyday witch deck because it lacked diversity. And even though I do have decks that lack diversity, because it's such a modern deck, like it wasn't made that long ago, I feel like it should have some diversity at least. So I don't resonate with that one. And then so the everyday witch I don't have, and then the modern witch one I did have, and I ended up giving it away. It had so much beautiful diversity, but it was unusable for me because of the card stock. It was unshuffleable. And so for that reason, because I mostly buy my decks these days for using them for client readings or for personal use, and I use my decks a lot. I do buy some decks for collection purposes only, but most of my collection is for decks that I want to and plan to use. So that was just unusable for me. It was way too thick. A lot of people think that's good cardstock. In my personal opinion, for me personally, it isn't. I don't want to have to struggle to shuffle cards, and I was gonna use it for personal use, but I didn't resonate with it that level. I literally bought that deck to use it for clients. But anyways, there's two decks I'm going to show you with witch themes. One I've been having for years and I love, and got a backup copy of it because I didn't want to mess up my original copy, because now it comes without the silver gilding, and this the original one has the gilding, so I kind of wanted to save that and preserve my first edition. So anyways, this is your Witch's Tarot. These are the beautiful backs. Okay, this deck does have just some diversity. Okay, it has some. I pulled some of my favorite illustrations really quickly just to show you guys. Like I went through the cards already, and this High Priestess is gorgeous. The High Priestess card is one of the cards that I always look at when I get a new deck, so I have to connect with it. And the Empress is the next one. I love the Empress card. I love the coloration of this deck. I'm planning to use it in October for client readings. This is the there is some, like I said, some racial diversity, some body diversity, and there is some age diversity. Isn't as much as I would like, but it does have, it is lightly inclusive. So yeah, I love this Queen of Pentacles. It's actually one of my favorite suits. The Queens of the Pentacles and Wands are my favorite, tend to be my favorite. And so I just wanted to show you there is some racial diversity. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's like I like this card too. It's beautiful. Mermaid card. I love mermaids. I wish people would make more black mermaids, because we do have traditions that work with black mermaids, and it just never seems to be part of decks really. I love this Eight of Cups. Like, just the colors in this tarot deck is gorgeous. And like I said, there is some body diversity a little bit. So there is some diversity in here, okay? Age diversity, things like that. Could it be better? Yes. But I feel like I'm going to really enjoy working with this one. I look forward to reading with this deck. So there's your Queen of Wands. Beautiful. Feel the fire element in it. Some of the major arcana, from what I noticed, was also renamed. So I'll let you guys know how I get along with this deck. Again, I plan to use it for, I bought it for using it for client readings for the month of October. But I'm going to be testing this deck before that, because I always like to, you know, do test readings with decks and things like that, see how it reads for me before I move it on to client readings. So, and that's the Witch's Tarot. I will be doing in the future a full flip through of this deck, and then later on let you know how I get along with it. Okay, so the Witch's Tarot. Moving along, I also purchased this deck. It's an Oracle deck. I've been seeing it forever on YouTube. This is not the original one. The original one has a completely different cardstock. It's expensive, so this is like a reprinting. They decided this was an out of print deck originally. I got the reprinting of it, which I heard is different. It's the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. It's an astrology deck. Has a pull-out box here. I heard good things about this one. I don't have much to say either because I haven't worked with it yet, but I plan to work with this for personal readings, and possibly, if it works well for me, possibly incorporate it into my professional client readings. I'm trying to, there we go, trying to make sure you guys can see stuff. Sorry. Yeah, so this is a literally astrology themed deck. These are the back of the cards. Okay, and yeah, this is your the Radiant Sun. Okay, there, as you can see, the cards are very glossy, so I'm just going to keep them down here. That way just you don't get the glare from the light. So yeah, so I'm actually really excited for this one. I plan to work with it this fall, so around September and October, just do a in-depth, going deep with the deck and everything. I will in the future do a full flip through of this deck as well, and then once I work with it for a little while, I will be doing a review, because I do love flip through of decks, but I do love when content creators go back and let the viewers know how the deck worked for them and stuff like that. So that does actually factor in my purchase decisions. So this is the Lantern Oracle. This is a recent acquisition. I recently put this deck back in order. I have been using it heavily. I love this deck. This deck has so much beautiful diversity of skin tones, racial, culture, body, age, all the things. Like, it's beautiful. I love it. I found this on my local metaphysical shop, but it is available on Amazon. I love the guidebook. I actually use it. I do journal with it. I tend to read myself, since I've gotten this deck, at least once a week. I'll do a 1 card pull. Okay, and it's just the messages, like the keywords alone, the coloration of this deck. I'm definitely giving you guys a review right now, and again, I'll give you guys a flip through. But this deck, cardstock 4 out of 5, because it's the kind that kind of, to me, stick together, you know. But it isn't too thin. It is durable. But it isn't my favorite cardstock. But cardstock is subjective. The packaging, 5 out of 5. The guidebook, 5 out of 5. And just for me, I can read with it 5 out of 5, because it literally, like, I connected with this deck instantly. I love it. Like I said, there's multiple cultures in here. The artwork is beautiful. Again, I will be giving you a more in-depth look into the deck, but like I said, it has various cultures in it. Okay, it is just, it's gorgeous. I mean, I love broken dreams. So there's shadow cards here as well. Like, everything is not love, light, and blessings, because I just don't connect with affirmation decks that much. It's just not something that I like necessarily. Yeah. anyways, it's not something that, like, you know. So I love that this, you know, emptied. It has its darker cards. Look at the coloration though, the artwork, emotional energy, like it's just, it's beautiful. Forgiveness, like the artwork is amazing. It like really speaks to me. I love using it for personal readings. I do plan to use this in my more spirit messages types readings and stuff like that. So I am planning to use this for clients in the future, but I've kind of just wanted to work with it on my own for a little while. But it's definitely, like I said, it has age, you know, and things like that. Diversity. There are men in this deck too. So yeah, I love it very, very much. It's the Lantern Oracle. It is a beautiful one. I definitely love it. These are the backs. Okay, when I do the flip through, I do use this deck, so it's not going to be in pristine condition because I am rough on my cards. So just a little bit of a, I don't know what happened there, but anyway. And yeah, this is your Lantern Oracle. Yeah, I love it. So that's my review of it. Love the guidebook, love the packaging, love everything. And that's the Lantern Oracle deck. And I love the cover picture. Like, she is so gorgeous. So I love that one. This deck I've been having for a while, but I wanted to include it in this video. This is my take. I love this deck. It replaced my Doreen Virtual mermaid deck, which I do love, but I am trying to not use Doreen Virtual decks anymore, really, with the exception of like a few. I'm trying to preserve them now because they're mostly out of print. But this has racial, body diversity, but it also, I connect with it. I do work with mermaid spirits, Yemaya, La Seren, so mermaid energy, and these are black mermaids. So I work with black mermaid energy from the Yoruba and the Dahomey tribes. So mermaids mean a lot to me, and a lot of mermaid decks are always European mermaids. You rarely see like representation. You have a merman here. Yeah, you barely see like representation of, like, you know, brown mermaids. You haven't. I did a whole flip through of this. You have Asian mermaid. Okay, you do have brown mermaids, you know, plus size mermaids. Okay, and I'm here for it. Just different skin tones, hair types. So I love it. I love that the pictures look like they're action pictures and they're moving. Look at the beautiful melanin in solitude, the light coming in. Like, I get beautiful messages with this deck, and I love it. So I have a flip through of this. I will try to include it in the link, give you the link for that one. Look at the background in this one, so that way you can look at, this is me as a mermaid right there, plus size beauty. So that way you guys can look and see all the cards. But yeah, there is just, this is beautiful. This is what a mermaid deck should be. This is like my dream mermaid deck. These are the beautiful, beautiful backs, guys. Like, I love this deck. So definitely used it this summer. And packaging, 5 out of 5. Cardstock, 5 out of 5. Divination, 5 out of 5. Guidebook, 5 out of 5. Like, this, I love it. That's just my personal opinion. This deck is also new. I got this the same day I got the Lantern Oracle deck. And basically, okay, the guidebook is good, 4 out of 5. Love the backs of this one. Okay, the cardstock, 4 out of 5. Divination, 4 out of 5. Like, it does read well for me. You know, it does read well for me, but it's not like my favorite. I don't see myself like I have to work with this deck right now, but it is good. It is good. So yeah, it's good. You know, I'll be like 4 out of 5. It's a good deck. It's beautiful. I love the artwork, but it lacks diversity if we're honest here. So, which made me kind of disappointed. But I do love the purple backs. The borders aren't too intrusive. It does have good like keywords on it and everything. I didn't put this deck in order because I didn't like, it's not numbered, so I didn't really see the point to that. But and I believe I did a walkthrough of this one. I'll check. Not sure. But yeah, it's a good deck. Like, it's a 4 out of 5. I do like it. It's just that I'm gonna be honest. I'm pulling the chakra, you know, oracle. I'm gonna do an oracle, the lantern oracle, the mermaid oracle were the ones that I was mostly drawn to this summer. So, and then last but not least, this is a repurchase. So I have the original one, which actually came in a better box. Okay, it used to be the ones you can open like the lid and everything, but it's fine. So I love it. It is thinner cardstock. The Witch's Tarot does have thin cardstock as well. So I'm okay with thin cardstock, but some, like, I know it's gonna chip basically, so I might have to buy a backup copy of that one. This is my backup copy. It's called the Silver Witchcraft Tarot. This is my ideal witch deck because this is an older deck. I don't hear a lot of talking about it. The original ones had gilding. Doesn't have gilding anymore, but I love it because this one does have diversity. Okay, it has different types of diversity. The artwork is gorgeous. I plan to do a full walkthrough of this one. So the Empress and the Emperor, like, they kind of match. I love that. Okay, same thing with the High Priest and the High Priestess. So like they're pairs, which I love. I don't want to take these out of order. I'm also planning to use this in the fall as well for divination. I love the Lovers. I love the Chariot. Okay, I love the Chariot. That's my mom. That's my dad. That will be me. But I love the Chariot. It's beautiful. Well, I don't look like that baby. I'll be more like Caramel, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so I love this deck very much. It may not be an easy reader because it does change like some of the major arcana, stuff like that, but I can read well with it, like, since I got it. The original deck that I had, it was actually supposed to be for my daughter, and I ended up keeping it because she realized that she's not a tarot person, so she didn't want to like learn the tarot or anything. Yeah, so, and I'll talk more deeper into this one because I do want to do a flip through, and when I do the flip through, I'll give a review of it. But basically, I love this deck. I bought a backup copy, so, but I'll give you a more in-depth like review of it and everything. But yeah, this one does have racial diversity and everything. I'm just trying to pick what card I want to show you guys here. Give me a second, sorry. Did I make everything upside down? So this one does have, like I said, racial diversity, things like that. It's a beautiful deck. Like, the cups are chalices. It's not overly sexualized. Everybody's wearing like robes for the most part in this deck. But I love this deck. Like, I was hoping that the Modern Witch Tarot would have thinner cardstock because I love this one so much because it does have some diversity in it, and that one has so much diversity and, you know, non-binary people and everything. I really wanted to be able to work with that deck, but the only deal breaker with that deck was the cardstock. So, and because I read professionally, I can't sit here and do a professional reading for a client who's looking for answers on, you know, tough questions and things, and worried about, you know, damaging the cards, not being able to shuffle the cards, and things like that. So I was very disappointed, but this one is a classic. I will do more of a walkthrough of it, but yeah, this one's more like, this one's a classic. Like I said, it has, you know, it has racial diversity. You know, some like it is inclusive, and things like that. So yeah, so definitely going to be using this deck in October. I haven't figured out what bag I want to put it in, but it's the Silver Witchcraft Tarot. So that concludes the decks, the tarot decks, oracle decks. And the mermaid deck I got a long time ago, but I wanted to put it in here because I just wanted to give you guys my take on it. All right, so then I also bought in the metaphysical store this tarot candle. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna burn it. I just like it because it has the High Priestess in it, and it's a tarot in it, and I bought it for the aesthetics. I'm not even gonna sit here and sugarcoat that. I bought it for the aesthetics, guys. I also have acquired recently some new crystals. So petrified wood, which I showed in another video, I have been working with this summer ever since I've got it. It just makes me feel grounded and connected to the ancestors. I just love it when I'm reading my clients and stuff and I just feel like I need to ground myself. I'll grab this. I have also another like labradorite available when I'm doing readings to grab. I love these types of sizes of crystals. And then my newest one is lepidolite, and I love this. Is so nice to calm anxiety. Just, you know, channeling and tuning in my third eye chakra. So I'm loving on that. I also recently acquired some new jewelries that I have charged and blessed, and I'm planning to use them. This one's going to be a bracelet that I use whenever I feel like I need to. Oh, there's a mirror of me. Nobody wants to see that. Whenever I feel like I want to infuse the crown chakra energy. So that's what I pretty much charged it for. This is Labradorite bracelet. Got these all from Amazon. They're supposed to be rose crystals. This one is Labradorite for my third eye. The shaman stone. One of my master stone, like for me, like one of the stones I use the most are clear quartz. I have to always have around me clear quartz, amethyst, and Labradorite. You know, and then the fourth one will be like selenite, and tourmaline will be the fifth one. So I had to include it with my third eye. And then this is like whenever if I need balancing for my throat chakra, I would wear it on my person. You know, basically when I'm reading my clients and things like that. This one is a Rhodolite. I think that's how you say it. It's a good heart chakra crystal. So it has like pinks and browns. It's so beautiful. I felt like I needed to buy this. I do have rose quartz earrings, so if I need, but yeah, this is a good like for self-love type crystal. This just gives me heart chakra. I could feel the energy of that already. This one I've been having for years. I just wanted to include it. This is for my solar plexus. This is citrine, but I've been having that for years. But I just wanted to include it there. And then this one's my tiger eye. I love it, and I literally bought it for my sacral chakra. Okay. And then last but not least, red jasper that I bought for my root chakra. Okay, so I'm going to be using these bracelets that again have been charged up. Okay, both the citrine and tiger's eye could be either for solar plexus or sacral. I just picked the ones that I wanted them to represent, and I spoke my intentions into the bracelets and keeping it in my jewelry box and everything. And then I have two recent jewelry purchases when it comes to my rings as well that I wanted to share with you guys that I love. So this is my newest ring, because my other rings I can't fit into them. I was doing readings and they literally flew to the other side, and so I needed to buy new ones. So this is my Labradorite. Got this from Amazon. And then this one is my blue lace agate. I got this from a metaphysical store, so I can't give you like links to that. I saw it and I loved it. She blessed it for me right there on the spot, and it was just vibrating and calling to me in the shop. So it was more money than I wanted to pay for a ring, but I just I felt called to get it, so I've been using it. I love how it looks, and I love the vibe. So I love the vibe. Last but not least, I got this. I like to keep my decks, like my work decks. So this one's in a pouch because it's not in use yet. But when I rotate my decks every month, right, I like to house them in a box that is consecrated for my working deck for that month or whatever. Same thing, I have one for the Oracle decks. And I love Rhodolite, so I saw this on Amazon. Wasn't expensive. The star card, I love the star card, and literally blessed it and everything, and it's the perfect size to house my deck. So I have the albino because I'm planning to use that one for September. This just feels like a very fall type of deck, so I blessed it. I have my selenite next to it, so this is where I'm going to be housing. When I use the Witch's Tarot, then it will be switched over to that in October. But for September, I'm going to be using my albino weight, and that's being housed in this, and literally keep it in my reading altar. And so basically, that has been what I thought over the summer, what I've been working with, what I've been enjoying. I haven't worked with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun yet, or the Witch's Tarot, so again, look forward to sharing that with you guys as far as my review of it. But like, and I'll do a more in-depth review of the Silver Witchcraft as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, please subscribe, please comment below. Your comments, your views are what keeps me motivated to make videos. And basically, if you want to work with me on a one-on-one basis, shamanic@priestess.com, shamanic@priestess.com. Until the next video, guys. Bye.